What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. So, I actually want to talk about critical thinking, and I'm going to back up because if you haven't listened to Gary Vaynerchuk, I'm sure everybody's heard of him. He's pretty popular, but one of the things that he actually done personally is invest in pickleball. All right. And this totally relates to critical thinking because when he invested in pickleball, you can see in why he did it, and he even talks about it. It's an easy sport for everybody to get into, and if everybody's playing pickleball, why wouldn't they watch it? Why wouldn't you play the sport? I mean, why wouldn't you watch the sport that you play? And so, ease of access to actually play the sport long term is what's going to make the sport popular, and that is one of the things that he talks about why he invested in it. Now, this totally applies to critical thinking because what he's doing is looking at the situation, looking at the sport, and actually going, okay, cool. Why would this make a good investment? Now, he could completely be wrong, but the thing that I really want to connect with is this: critical thinking's gone. Critical thinking is really gone. I was homeschooled. Like, I took critical thinking courses, took them. Like, by took them, I mean given a book, and was like, cool, let's go through this together. And had tests on critical thinking and things like that. But I really think a lot of it's gone, and a lot of it's been worked out in society, especially within America and the US, because of really the way the school system's set up. There isn't really any critical thinking or challenges. But you look at what Gary Vaynerchuk has done, and you look at him investing in pickleball, and it's like, oh, that totally makes sense. And it would not surprise me if it just explodes. I mean, pickleball honestly is exploding as a sport. But then you look at that and you look at his reasoning and you look at him going through the options and going, oh, yeah, this is a no-brainer to get into this early. And so I'm not saying that there's not risk involved. Critical thinking doesn't remove risk of what he's doing. However, this is how everything works. Andrew and I were talking about we were just talking about handyman services the other day and working through some of that too, and just talking about just ideas with things. And it was like, oh, awesome! Like, why wouldn't you just create a menu for people to choose from what they need to fix? And you can be like, cool, I'm replacing a light switch, and then the handyman comes with a whole list of items already pre-created that the customer has chosen from a list in a menu. Why wouldn't you just menuize it? Everybody's used to menus. They go into fast food restaurants, right? Why wouldn't you create a menu for that? And they just pick and choose, and the handyman knows. And then the menu also predefines your scope of work, so you don't have to worry about scope creep, because you get to choose what's on the menu and what people can choose to fix, right? So that way the handyman doesn't end up building a deck for them. The handyman doesn't end up fixing the garage door because they're not a garage door repairman if it's outside of the skill set and scope. So it automatically manages scope for you, but it also makes customer experience shoot through the roof because they feel loved. Now, this hasn't been implemented or anything, but Andrew and I were just talking through just some problems of just some, we talk like this normally. Like, this is what I enjoy doing, is thinking through things and solving problems. And so this was during one of our breaks, but we're talking through this, and it's just simple critical thinking. It's just simply going through, looking at the problem, being like, okay, why wouldn't you do this solution? Where would this work? Where would it break? Where does it function well? And then where does it not function well? And I think there's two things that we really lack in society. We really lack the hard work and the consistency to get done the things that we need to do. And we really lack thinking. We really lack thinking, and we really lack just stopping to look at the problem, think through, and assess. And I'm not saying that what's caused this is just one thing. I know I've brought up education. I think, and I really personally believe, that no problem is just single faceted, right? Normally you have a problem, it affects multiple areas. It normally it can stem from one source, but there's multiple areas you've got to fix and address while addressing problems and solutions, because life isn't just single faceted. It's just not yes and no, right? It's not on off like binary. It's not like that. And so it's so interesting to look at this and go, cool, why have we stopped doing this? But if you want to invest in one of the best things in your life to actually start doing critical thinking, I would highly invest in that and get books to read on that. I think it's so important. And then you want to progress in life, you just start thinking and putting together some work, and you'll win at what you do If you want to get promoted, cool. Just start thinking, how do I improve? How do I need to be the person that needs to get promoted? What does that person look like, right? You're at a toxic job. Okay, cool. Critically think and walk through the plan to get out of there and get a better job. You can do it. It just takes some work and some thinking. Anyways, guys, I'm way over. I'll catch you later. Peace.